There was no Little League, no Pony League, no American Legion, no. All they had was playground ball. And then the next move out of playground ball was the high school, which in our case was Roosevelt High School. I went in the winter. They had summer and winter classes at that time. So it was probably 52 to 50. I graduated in the winter of 55. I remember very well going to Evergreen because we had to sign up for baseball, and we started reading off the names of the varsity to go down to this end of the bleachers, and the JVs go down to the little field. I was thought that I would be part of the group that went with the varsity because of all the unlimited players, my brother and Conrad Armunitonis, who played at Roosevelt, Art Velarde. I remember walking down the little field and I was crying and I was so mad, and because he didn't even watch me play. He didn't even see me throw a ball, didn't see me catch a ball. We started playing practice games. In the first game I went 3 for 3. The next game I went 3 for 3. The third game I went 3 for 4. So when I came to practice the next week on Monday, the coach says, you go to the varsity. So I ended up playing 3 years of varsity. So then I went to East LA, and I was very successful at East LA College. I made all Metro 2 years in a row. Every year I made the All-Star team in all the tournaments that we played in. SC had offered me half a scholarship out of East LA College. If I made the team, they would give me a full ride. They would pay for that. A week later, UCLA called me and offered me the full ride. So I took the full ride from UCLA. I heard of a team in Canada, a league called the Western Canadian Baseball League, and it was the top league for all the college prospects in the Western United States. So I talked to my mother and father and packed a bag and got on a bus and took off. And then I returned back to UCLA to play my final year, and I led the league for most of the year in hitting. And then the Dodgers signed me. I had the geniuses teaching me how to play. And the Dodgers had 500 players in camp. There was 21 farm teams. My first year, I hit 351 right out of college. So the Dodgers invited me to spring training with the major league team. So that day, I graduated from Roosevelt 55. And in 1959, I'm sitting in the Dodger dugout in Vero Beach with Sandy Koufax, Don Drysdale, Don Newcomb, Duke Snyder. They taught me so much baseball that I eventually used as a coach, because I brought Dodger baseball to wherever I worked, wherever I coached, Roosevelt High School or East LA College or Cal State LA, or where I learned my baseball was from the Dodgers. So that opened my professional career. When I was coaching at Roosevelt, the Angels hired me to scout. And my brother ran the Angels rookie club in Los Angeles, and I was his assistant, and we scouted for 5 years. 5 years later, all of a sudden one day, the Giants come in, San Francisco Giant rookie club with a famous scout by the name of George Genovese. He said that the Giants had a rookie club that was going to open for a job, was going to be open. Would I be interested? And I said, sure. And they hired me. So now the next 8 years I managed the San Francisco Giant rookie club, and it worked perfect because it was in the summertime. School would end, I'd fly into Montana, manage. The season would end September the 1st. I would fly home and be on the field at Roosevelt coaching football on September the 2nd or 3rd. Yeah, in fact, there's a ring where we won two city championships, 1985 and 84 at Roosevelt High School. When the Dodgers felt that I wasn't going to play in the major leagues, they made me a coach, player coach. And then they made me a manager, and I managed the Pocatello Dodgers for the Dodgers. But a guy by the name of Tommy Lasorda, who was scouting here in Los Angeles, wanted to manage, and he talked to Al Campanis and Buzzy Bavasi, who was the general manager for the Dodgers, to give him a managerial job. Well, I was the last manager to be hired, and I'd only worked one. They gave Tommy Lasorda, my job. And then Roosevelt called me to come over and coach baseball and be an assistant football coach. And then that started my 35 years at Roosevelt, and I was prepared to give them all of the information and the coaching that I had gotten from the Dodgers. I've never met as tough a kid or tough a girl or people as I met at Roosevelt. And I hope that the talent that they're now will build on that and try to be as strong and tough and compete in this world as you have to in order to survive and to help other people survive.